let's get started. Early, just so you're all aware, it's really nice to enter this class with like a little bit of a sweat. See this guy? This is like nice because now you're warmed up and you can move around more easily. I'll always bring you through a little warm up, but it's really nice if you get here at 7, ski a little bit, go for a jog. Tony was here skipping rope. That stuff is nice. That's why it starts at 7:15. That, and I have to set up the computer. Okay? All right, my friends, let's start. Take a wide stance for me. You're going to start with some straddle circles. You're going to interlock your fingers just like this. Okay? You're going to reach down to the floor. You're going to scoop around to one side. Doesn't matter which one you go to. Lift up. So now I'm reaching overhead. But check out my hip position. I'm turned, right? I'm going to rotate the other way. So my hip is turning the other way. And then I'm going to reach away, reach down, reach across, reach to the floor, and just continue moving. You can go in the same direction multiple times, or you can reverse direction, back and forth. The fingers are going to stay interlocked. The legs are going to stay locked out, and you guys are going to push away the entire time. So you think about pushing away with the arms, and then as you go overhead, that's where we're focusing on that turn of the hip, that rotation at the top. Your way around. This should feel just mostly nice. No torture yet. 3, 2, 1, you can rest. So now, same idea, same stance. It's called Chinese hip grinder. You're going to go here. You're going to push away from you. But what's happening is at the level of the hip, right? So I'm rotating and then pushing away. Okay, and then I'm going to come back to center. Push away. Repeat. You guys try. Rick, let's see how much of a star you truly are. Hold on, I just want to see like where you are in the frame. I have a feeling the internet loves you, but will you back up like through 2 feet? Yeah, thank you, my friend. Or this way. With his beauty, he will break the internet. If you can even, you guys can even put your head through, like through the arm and really reach away. I'm pushing through the side of my hip as I work. Try 1 or 2 more reps. You can hold that end range. Think about reaching or pushing away. Okay. And then we're going to come down to the floor and we're going to do a cross body crawl. I'm thinking about a Y position with my arms. The toe is going to be down. Squeeze. Lift. Opposite arm. Opposite leg. Other side. Lift. Down. Turning each time. I'm lifting my right arm. I'm lifting my left leg. And vice versa. What I want you to try to get in touch with is the glute on the leg that you're lifting. You can almost think about sucking your belly button up to your spine a little bit. Yeah, and then a relatively quick cadence, like a little pump of the shoulder and glute, a little pump of the shoulder and glute. And if the low back feels like it's getting a little warm too, that's okay. We're going to like almost think about an arch of your arch swing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can rest. Come on up. Come back to the straddle circle. We're going to go 45 seconds now that you know what you're doing. Show me 45 seconds, 3, 2, 1, go, of some straddle circles. It's not for time. It's like, you know, the movement of inspiration. It's like, where am I tight? Where can I move? Can I reach away a little bit? I want you guys to just take a quick look at Michael as he comes up. Can you come up, come up, come up? This piece right here, like totally up. This rotation as he comes to this side, that's what I want you to think about or focus on. Okay, go ahead, keep working. So from that top position, this rotation, then down. It's the same rotation that you'll feel in that Chinese hip grinder. And again, if it feels good to like hang out on the bottom of this thing, cool. Feels good to hang out reaching overhead, cool. 3, 2, 1, now we're going Chinese hip grinder. Same thing you did last time. Reach away, reach away, reach away. You can bend this knee to the side that you're going to. Come back to center. Reach away, come back to center, etc. I'm going to show you the Mexican hip grinder after this. Okay. We get the mortar and pestle out. the cacao and the peppers. Mmm, delicious. Take one more rep, reach, 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 and then come on down for same thing, cross body all. 3, 2, 45 seconds. Lift and hold, rest, lift and hold, rest, lift and hold, rest. You can coordinate your breath as well with this. That's even better. I don't care how you coordinate. If you inhale up and exhale down, but just cue up that breath. Start to get in touch with that right now. So go opposite arm, opposite leg. So if you're going to lift this, lift and down, and then other side. Yes, there you go. Good. Now turn your thumb up to the ceiling and go a little bit wider. Go ahead. Lift and hold down. Lift and hold down. You could make class, but you're like, I'll make my muscle class. I got you, yo. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can rest. Okay, we're going to step in a little couch stretch. You guys can take PVC and use it for balance. You're going to set up like so on the box or the bench, however you need to. PVC here for balance. If you've not done it, figure it out quickly. Go ahead and set that up. If you need a blue pad, Bassam's grabbing blue pads for everybody, not just himself. He wouldn't do that. Raise your hand if you need a blue pad. What a guy. You need one too. I mean, you want one, don't you? Hardcore. It's back also. Wow, dude. I'll grab you one. Go to your station. I'll be right there. You grab a couple. VIP one of all for giving away. All right, my friend, you're not there. Let's get there. Oh, hi. You need that. You want that? You don't want? You shake if you want. All right, we are stretching. We are in couch. What I want you to feel, we're going to be here for 3 minutes. Lexi said, oh, shit. You're gonna start to see what happens if you squeeze the glute of the side that you're on. So if I have my right knee down, can I squeeze my right glute? That should intensify the stretch a little bit. Then see what happens if you take the same side. So again, if my right side is down, doesn't matter which one you have down. But what happens if I reach up on that same side? So if I have right knee down, I'm gonna reach and try to create separation here between my hip and my ribs. Yeah, just feel. Okay, relax for a second. And see what happens if you kick your foot into the bench or the box. Can you fire up the hip flexor on that side? And then relax. Okay, what we're gonna do is a combination of squeezing our butt and kicking into the box. So I'll let you know, but we'll do some contractions where we work on kicking. So imagine like, if that doesn't make, if I had a bench behind me, I'd be doing this motion, but the bench is there to stop me, right? So that's isometric. And then the other motion is very little motion at all. I'm squeezing my hip and trying to push this hip further open. New timers are kind of scary, I know. Everyone thought that was an emergency. It sounds like the emergency broadcast system, I think. Okay, so you've been here for about 90 seconds. See if you can be upright. See if you can now contract your glute as hard as you can. Ready? Squeeze it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then relax. Try to relax further into stretch. Take a breath in. Now begin to kick your foot into the bench. Hold that kick. Kick, 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 kick. Contract, contract for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. We're practicing, can I contract and then completely relax? Now we're going to do one followed by the other. You're going to start with the kick, and then you're going to immediately squeeze your butt and try to drive open further. Okay, ready? Go ahead and kick the foot into the bench. Kick, 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 kick. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now squeeze your butt. Try to drive your hip open. Squeeze that, squeeze that, squeeze that. Flex that, flex that, flex that. There you go. 2, 1, and now relax for the next 10, 15 seconds. You're coming up 3 minutes. 2, 1, rest. Switch sides. So can you guys feel that when you add the contraction, it lets you go a little bit further, right? That's the whole purpose of this. That's the basis of 99% of flexibility training. If you see those ads on Facebook, if you haven't seen them yet, now you'll surely get them because your phones are listening. But it's like the ballistic stretch guy, like get your in 30 days. Every program, including his, which is like BS, uses end range contractions, and that's what you guys are doing right now when you do the squeezing. So we're here for another 3 minutes. First, just start by exploring the position. Like, what happens if I squeeze my butt? What happens if I reach overhead? What happens if I flex my quad by kicking into the bench? You could also feel what happens if you scoot your knee further away from the bench or closer to the bench. It doesn't need to be butt pinned to heel like this. You can have a little bit of space, especially if that feels like it gives you more stretch. So I'll lead you through in about 45 seconds. I'll lead you through one contraction, but I'll let you do the stretching and do the exploring here. For now, though, I want you to settle into the stretch. Start to take note of how we're breathing. Can we take a breath in? Can that breath be expansive? Can we broaden our whole upper back, our low back? Okay, let's try an end range contraction. Take a breath in, make your belly tight, start to kick into the box or the bench. Kick, 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 kick. 5, 4, 3, kick harder. 2, 1. Now squeeze your butt. Try to drive open a little further. Drive, 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 drive. Squeeze glute, squeeze glute, squeeze glute. Make a cramp. 3, 2, 1. Now relax. Try not to move out of that end range you probably opened up. Breathe into that next range or that open range. You got another minute 15 to hang out here. I'm going to let you, again, kick into the bench if you want to. Squeeze your butt a little harder if you want to. You felt that example. That was just one rep. You could do that over and over again throughout. Try to squeeze that. Yeah, push that open. Yes, there you go. By the way, today we're going to look at overhead position in a kip swing. So we're going to work on our loading swing, and we're going to look at it specifically in terms of like toes to bar. So do I have strong hip flexors and strong compression to bring my toes to the bar? But we'll also get to play with it in the way that it might help us in a burpee of all movements. You got about 20 seconds left. Take some deep breaths, play with another contraction. Breathe one. 3, 2, 1. Come on up, come on out. Now you're gonna take a seat. You could shake it out, of course. You can hit some like hip car-like motions. Just move yourself around a bit if that feels good. We're gonna go into our next stretch. It's a pike stretch, so you can sit down. If we're gonna look at toes to bar, it's important that you maybe be able to like touch your toes or come close, right? If the bar is gonna be here, we wanna make that connection. But if you can't touch your toes, it's okay. You could reach underneath your calves, okay? And then eventually, you're gonna make your way further forward. Right now, we're gonna be here again for 3 minutes. You're just gonna relax. So see if you can make your head heavy. This is a really nice position to fill the upper back with air. Be patient. Right now, you might not feel like you have much leverage if you're relatively vertical. That's okay. Just relax. Relax your head, relax your neck, relax your upper back, low back, and breathe. We will, of course, add some contractions, but we're not going to be there yet. Right now, we're going to take this first minute, just settle in to get as deep into the stretch as we can without forcing anything. We might feel minor discomfort, but nothing crazy. You can play with pointing the toe, flexing the toes. Okay, now I'd like you to try to reach a little bit further if you can. So like maybe you're just hanging out right here. Can you grab onto the ankle? And now you're going to actively pull yourself into more stretch. So try to keep the knees straight. The toes can be turned up or pointed, whichever one you like better, whichever one gives you more stretch. And now I'm actually going to try to pull myself deeper into stretch. So my upper body's working a little bit. My arms are working, and I'm still breathing. All right, and now for some contractions. This one, just pay attention for a moment as you look at what's happening next. We're going to put our hands on our legs. You could also use plate if you wanted, but you don't even need it. But the idea would be that if I do this, right, I can lift my legs up. But if I do this, yeah, it's really hard to lift my legs up, okay? What we're gonna do is find an angle that it's impossible for you to lift your legs up. So it's just an isometric hold. I could use my hands to do that or a plate, right? So I'm gonna fight for a second. Yeah, I'm trying to lift my legs, but I'm pushing down with my upper body. We're gonna do that for 5 seconds. So it'll look like this. And then the end of the 5 seconds is very important. So ready, we're gonna go, you just watch me, ready? 5, I'm fighting, 4, I'm trying to lift, 3, still trying to lift, 2, 1, at the end, I relax, I go for it. And then I can grab onto a new thing, I take a breath. Okay, and now I'm gonna go again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax, reach further. And every set, you should be able to reach further. They're called overcoming isometrics. By working this side of the joint, this guy actually relaxes a little bit and allows us to reach further in the stretch. So let's try it out. You ready? Go forward to a point where it would be impossible to lift your legs, block your shins, and now you're gonna feel low abs on, you're gonna feel quads on, and let's work hard. Ready? Work hard for 5. Attempt to lift. 3, 2, 1, relax, reach further. Grab onto a further piece, like grab onto an ankle, take a couple breaths in that new range. Take a couple breaths, not working yet, not working yet. Okay, block the ankles and fight to lift. 5, fight harder. 4, let's go, 3, 2, 1, relax, reach further. Immediately reach further. There you go. Relax into that new range. Can you take a full breath? One more time. Fight. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax, reach further. There we go. Hold on. You can grab onto ankles, grab onto toes, grab onto something. Take 5 deep breaths on your own. Once you take those 5 breaths, you can come on out. Good, guys. Did you feel like you could open up more space? Did you feel like this work? ET was cramping up here. That might happen. Like, that means that you got the point of the drill. Okay, cool, awesome. Okay, now, you felt this muscle work, right? Like you felt these guys work as you tried to pull this closer to this. I'd like you guys to all stand up, and you can put your hands on your bench or your box. I'm gonna show you right here. I'm gonna try to show you right here. Okay, so if you can do this and see me at the same time, that would be ideal. So I want you to do this. Try to bring your torso to your thighs or covering your thighs. Hands are resting on the box. What we're gonna do is try to keep our torso pinned to our thigh. We're gonna try not to turn our hip. Both of those things will be impossible when we attempt to straighten one leg. So I'm gonna try to straighten this leg, try to straighten it. So I'm fighting against the tension of my hammy, with the strength of my quad and my hip flexor. Then I'm going to relax. I'm going to re-bring my torso back to my thighs. Try that for me. Torso on the thighs. I'm going to try to squeeze my right leg straight. And then I'm coming back. Can you guys, the question is, can you create tension there without making it, quote unquote, too easy? If the answer is yes, that's great. You guys can stand up. Does that make sense to you? Cool? Okay. It's called an elephant walk. You guys can throw them in when you're like, before you do barbell work, before you do a deadlift, your hammies feel a little tight. Cool. Grab onto the barbell, straighten one, try to straighten the other. Right now, we're going to go for 2 minutes straight, alternating. Hold each one for a couple seconds. Relax, come down, do the other. Relax, come down, do the other. The real work is not fighting the flexibility of the hammy. It's keeping this close to one another, so you should feel your hip flexor work. Okay, let's go. Ready? 3, 2, 1. 2 minutes on the clock. I'll come around, make sure you're getting the stimulus, make sure you're doing it right. Extend one leg, squeeze the hip flexor, hold it for a couple seconds, then relax. Then re-bring the torso back to the thigh and repeat. There you go. Go ahead. Hold it, hold it, hold it, relax. Yes, good. Nice, Michael. Good. Go ahead, Tony. Good, Margot. Try to keep your toes facing forward instead of out to the side. They can be hip width, be a little more narrow. I do these about iPhone distance width apart, like more like closer to a deadlift than a squat stance. You're a minute in, you got 1 minute to go. Fighting, fighting, fighting. Notice if we're turning the hips. Notice if one side is tougher than the other. It might be. Make sure we're also holding the knee or the leg straight for at least a 1/1000 before we relax, reset. You want to own that position and then relax. Own that position and then relax. Another 30 seconds, my friends. You're doing great. Sometimes we do these in like our working sets, back and forth, paired with another drill. Today, I'm just introducing you to this movement. You got another 10 seconds. Get a couple more, one on each side maybe. Go to all the way until that knee is straight. Yeah, you want it to be straight at the finish. There you go. And you may rest. Very good, my friends. Okay, we also worked both sides of the joint, right? We open the front, and then we try to open the back. Right now, we're going to do an upper body focus with, if you've ever done in our strength classes, it's called a trap 3 raise. You could also call it a Y raise if you didn't want to sound like trainer talk. As in, we're going to work on this position right here. We're going to set ourselves up like so, and then we're going to try to retract our shoulder blade and lift up. Now that's easy, right? At least it looks easy for now. To make this movement harder, you would reach higher up on the PVC. So now, yeah, I'm like right in my end range. I don't have much to move, but you have to be strict because I could totally just do this, right? So I want to keep my torso facing the floor, make my belly tight, and try to lift. You're going to start with it nice and easy, okay? Actually, I lied. You're going to start with a stretch. So I want you to grab nice and tall and just stretch into that. Try to get your chest to stretch. Try that out. Start with a stretch. You can have the arms straight. You even have a little bend. You have that. Whatever feels good to get that front of shoulder, pec, a little bit of stretch. You're just relaxing into that position, taking some deep breaths. Straighten your left arm. There you go. Good. We're just going to spend 30 seconds here. And like if you're truly in your end range of stretch, if I asked you right now to lift the PVC, it should be basically impossible, right? Because you're at your end range, at least impossible without turning your body or making some compensation. Couple deep breaths. Okay, now let's go into some working sets on this arm. So I want you to bring the hand down a little bit on the PVC. I want you to roll your shoulder back. The elbow is straight, my friends. You can go out to a Y. You can go as wide as a T. You need to in order to keep that shoulder blade back. Okay. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. If you felt your shoulder blade shrug up to your ear, go wider with the PVC. Ready? 3, 2, 1, lift. Hold. 5, better. 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. If you felt your elbow bend, go wider with the PVC. 3, 2, 1, lift. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. 2 more on this side. Take a breath. Roll that shoulder back and lift. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Come out a little bit. Last set. Keep this back. Ready. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Very nice, guys. Good job. Good. Did we feel? Hopefully we felt the back of our shoulder working pretty hard there, and we weren't all shruggy up in the ear. But this one takes some practice and some awareness. Let's go to the other side, my friends. Start with that same stretch you did on this side. Just allow that front side of the body to open. And again, imagine that this is like kind of like kip swing, or kind of the muscles you would use to pull back on the rings or to pull into your loading swing of a toe to bar, of a kipping muscle up, or kipping, whatever, pull up, gymnastics, the kip thing. Yeah, exactly. Okay, deep breaths. Nice exhales. Imagine melting your torso to the floor or towards the floor as you open up the front side, shoulder, pec, etc. Got another 10 seconds. Just being nice to our shoulders. Okay. Come on out of the stretch by just lowering your hand on the PVC. Try to stay there. Ready? Before you go, roll your shoulder back, elbow straight, tricep on. 3, 2, 1, lift. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Bring this back. Come out wider. Hold. Roll this back. There. Now lift. And lift. Hold. 5. Don't come up here. 4, 2, 1. There's where you're going to work. Feel how this guy wants to turn on like you're on the phone in the 90s and holding it between your, you know what I mean? Okay, don't be there. Be here. Rep 3. Ready? Lift. There you go. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down. 2 more. Take a breath. And lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Go a little bit wider for me. Just feel what it might feel like to get back here a little more. That's it. 3, 2, 1. Lift. Hold. 5, 4. Better. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Guys. Nice. Nice. Okay. Now we're going to do a little bit of like, imagine this next piece as a continuation of the elephant walk, but with 2 legs instead of 1 leg at a time. It might mean that you have to like finagle that up. What I mean, this is typically I use like a low box. Actually, I totally lied. Hold on. I have an idea. Just came to me. We're going to do this sort of like a down dog position. So goal of this movement, you don't even know where I'm going with this yet, hold on. The goal of this movement is to do this like double leg bend thing. And then I'm going to try to straighten my legs and then come back. Remember the elephant walk, right? We did this, and you were trying to squeeze that tight. This is the same idea. The heels can even be off the floor, but I'm going to close the space. So I'm trying to cover my torso on my knees, and then I'm going to lift against or with the strength of my hip flexors. In the end, the goal would be like to get a palm to floor, right? So like, could you do a little bit of this, or can you walk these closer and closer to your feet? Let's try that. Let's see if that works. Come to almost like a down dog position with your knees bent. Try to cover your torso with your knees. Knees bent, torso is on top of knees as much as you can make it. Okay, and now, without moving anything else, try to straighten, squeeze your hip flexors, hold it for a second, and then relax. Try it a couple times and then come up and tell me if that worked. Ashley's cramping or adjusting? All right. It works? You tell me. If you guys can feel it, you could come on up for a second. Okay, great. Cool. Okay. If you're super flexible, like this one down here, hey, my friend, can I use you as a demo for a second? So if you're as flexible as this lady, come on over here. Face this way. You could even do this with your hands behind you, right? So she can do palm to floor, no problem. So can she do this, right? Can she cover and then extend? That's some compression right there. I bet you she has nicer toes to bar than you. You can relax. Round of applause. Okay, you're gonna pair that with a cross bench pullover, which you guys have done before, right? We worked out the last couple weeks or 2 weeks ago. I'm gonna give you a version that allows you to apply it more to a kip swing. So this guy goes in here, you set up for a cross bench pullover. Now I'm on the pull-up bar, I'm in my loading swing, and now I'm pushing down into my hollow position. Find a stretch for a moment, and then push down or push up. Cool? Find a partner who has a bench. Use that partner. One of you will do 8 repetitions of the compression lifter with a 2-second hold, and one of you will do 8 repetitions of this, and then you'll switch. Cool? Let's do it, my friends. We're going to do that for 3 sets. That's basically how we'll finish today. Okay? Well, we're going to do some kip swings after. The compression lifter is that thingamajig, the down dog thing. Compression lifter, I think, is a cool name. All right, you got a partner who has a bench? I got a bench right here. Hey, Eddie, you have a partner? You have a partner? Michael, you have a partner? Anyone not have a partner and have a bench spare? There you go. There's one. You try work with this. Oh, you have a bench here? You want to use this? Great. Anyone else work with Tony? Cool. Oh, great. Okay, so there you got one pair. And then you have someone? Okay, great. Beautiful. Okay, my friend, let's do it. You can go wide on that. Yeah, drop your hips as this goes over. This will also go to the floor. Hips there. Oh, great. Okay, and come up. Yes, sir. Do 8 like that. Okay, come. Let's try one.
I'll listen in.
Okay, come to the down dog. Come to like that down dog position that you're doing. Go palms to the floor. Okay, keep this glued to. Keep that glued. Go ahead. Keep that glued. Keep that glued. Keep that glued. Can you extend? Okay, so can you feel your hip flexor? Okay. The thing is, like, wedge this. Imagine you don't want space to grow there.
But then it's really hitting the hamstring.
That's fine too.
Okay.
Yeah, you might have just need more length there, and you might not really need as much compression there.
Oh.
So imagine you don't want any space to grow here as you extend your leg. So don't let this. Imagine you got your wallet in between here, and you don't want it to. More sense? Still hip flexors hard to turn on. This is most my hammies. That's okay. If this space feels Make sure you're holding that compression lifter for a second at the toughest points as the legs are extended. Oh, what's the name? The Brooklyn Bridge. Man, I feel so inauthentic though. I'm really from the suburbs, you know.
Well, it's called the London Bridge.
Okay, cool. I love it. Sammy said this one should be called the London Bridge. What do you guys think? You can go overhead and then drop your hips to the floor. Can you keep going comfortably? Keep going. Can you keep going? Can you keep going as far as you can go and then come back? That's it. Good. So hips will drop as the thing drops. And then they come back together. Yeah. There you go. You can go a little wider if it feels okay. All right, go for it. And then drop your hip as you drop the thing. Yeah, so you're creating arch. Just like you'll be on the pull-up bar. If I turned you 90 degrees, you'd be swinging in a kip. Nice, friends. And can we feel how this is the two components of our toe to bar, right? This is the compression it takes to bring toes to bar in the London Bridge. Trying it out, I don't know how it feels. And then it's your loading swing as you reach back, right? Can you keep bats on to bring that bell back up? There you go. Good. Imagine your wallet is right here and you don't want to lose that. Go ahead. Now extend your knees. Yeah, keep this glued. Yes, there you go. Oh, yeah. Oh, Ozzy's like my best friend. He is pretty relaxed right now. I think Trisha gave him a sedative. So he's all in the CBD. He's a new age dog. That feel okay on the shoulder, Marco? Okay. Well. As okay as it can feel? Yeah. Okay. Do you like that bent elbow more? Yeah. I've been playing with that too. I like for like an external rotation bias. Yeah. If you guys want to check this out, I've been playing with this as well, but Michael was just bending his elbow as he comes back, almost like a Cuban press or Cuban rotation, right? You might like that better if you feel more stretch in the front of your body. That's fine. In the kip swing, of course, you would have your arms straight, but if you're like, yo, this is really tight, I want to open up the front of the shoulder, you could bend the elbow too. So as with anything, make these stretches work for you. Make these exercises work where you feel tight. Yeah, just go back and forth for 3 total sets. This is your working sets of the day. And you'll see the structure of this class. You can drop your hip as the bell goes down, the hips also drop. So you're going to create this arch. Yeah, there you go. The structure of this class will mostly or typically be, we'll do some activation and some warm up. We'll get your body and your joints moving. We'll do a bunch of stretching, a lot of it active, right? Doing some contractions. And then we try to put the pieces together. Can we do some active stretches in the shapes that you're going to see in the gym? And today we'll finish with 2 movements. One you already know, a kip swing. You could do them on the rings or on the bar. You can even hit some toe to bar if you want. See if that feels good. You're going to do some pike burpees. I'll show you them in a moment. How are we doing? Where are we at in our sets? No rush, but just curious. Set 2, set 3, 2. Okay. Getting all the low abs for you, my dude. Yeah, you do. Help save your back, I hope. Yeah, I bet. There you go. Imagine your wallet is right here. You want to keep that glued together. Okay, so don't lose your wallet from this space. Go ahead. There you go. Yes, sir. Nice, yo. Good. Hell yeah, Ashley. Nice. Ooh, I have something for you. I just thought about it last night. As soon as you're done, I'll show you, Sam. Good, like little elbow. It's not necessarily you can do for sets and show you. You can play with it. Note how you guys are breathing in your end ranges. I like what I'm hearing, a little bit of, right? Like we're compressing maybe our low abs with that sound. But as you reach back in your overhead opener, can you take a full breath there? If you can't, just check in. Can you be relaxed in that position so your body can get accustomed to it? This one's like a little mental game too. It's called Twisted Tea. Go back this way.
Okay, so go like this.
Around, yep. And basically, yep, keep coming. I'll have to do it with, otherwise I won't do it to spatial. Hold on. Ready? Here, put it in this hand because I know I can do it in this. Around you. Oh, here, come forward so you don't hit ET. Come around like this. And then here. And then up, you're almost there. This is the finish. So just come back. Yes, up and around. There you go. And then go back. You missed it. There you go. All the way. Keep going. Keep going. Up. Go do it again.
So you go like this.
Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming. Down, 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 down. You're going to go. Hold on. Right. Here. Here we are. Here we are. Here we are. Turn your pinky forward. Forward this way. This way. Oh, other way. See where my thumb is? So that's hard to teach, huh?
Weird.
Yeah.
It's my left arm.
That bugs you?
Yeah.
Okay, sit on your left. You ready? Lift up. Lift around. We're still here? Yep. Okay, here. This is where you need to go like this. And around. End to me. That's the movement. And then back like this. Around. Keep going. Keep going. Back to where you're at. Okay, you can play with that. Enjoy. Okay, my friends, even if you haven't done 3 sets, peek up at me for the last 2. It looks like a couple of you are already doing a little kip swing. Simple stuff, right? Try not to go farther than you can control your swing, right? I want you to think about closing that space, pushing down. Maintain the rhythm of your swing. Don't go to a pendulum swing. And then you're going to work on the other movement. It's a Pike Burpee. Basically, you're building from that same compression lifter. From the burpee, can I bring my toes to my hands? Can I use this stuff and the length that I just built to bring these 2 things together? Cool? 5 compression or 5 Pike burpees. They don't need to be feet together. You can go a little wider. And 10 or so swings, just playing with it. Okay? Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. That's how you'll finish today. 2 to 3 sets, 1 to 3 sets. If you got time, you can hang out.